Within the creative writing and publishing major, students take classes on how to write both prose and poetry. After they have written a piece, the class gets together and workshops that piece to help the students become stronger writers.
Narrowing down my writing skills, really trying to figure out my strengths and weaknesses. You might not agree what everyone has to say, but I think writers' workshops are helpful with if in general everything is kind of working and if things are okay, or it's one thing if someone doesn't like a word choice, but it's different if half of a classroom really is not getting the point of what you're writing.
After students have taken the lower levels of the classes, there are higher levels that they can take where they get a more in-depth look at the theories behind each of the writings.
Well, English 486 is more, I guess it's a little more difficult because you have to do a lot more research on different types of poetry, and it's a lot different because the people in the beginner's poetry, they're learning all of this very fresh, and being an advanced poet, you're expected to know it, so everyone looks at your poetry as, oh, this should be really pristine and amazing, and there should be nothing wrong with it. It's very interesting. You learn a lot, and it gave me, I think it was 7 different types of poetry that are really coming about right now, and I got to pick one of them. It was spoken word and confessionalism and elliptical poetry, and then I had to write a 12-page research paper about it. It took a lot of research, and then I had to present it, and then I had to write one in that form. And it took a lot of work. I learned a lot.
After the students revise their work with the notes they got from their fellow students in the workshops, they can submit their writings to the Canvas, the school's literary journal. Within that journal, they have the chance to become published writers. If the students are published, that is credible to put on their resume and transcripts for graduate schools or even jobs. The staff members of the journal then look through the submissions to decide which ones are strong enough to accept and which ones they want to work with the author a little more on to get it to where they need it to be published. At the end of the year, when the journals are debuted, there is a launch party for the students to celebrate and debut their work to the other students, their family, and their friends.